Hey guys, now we'll move on to the series of sharings of videos. So now I will tell you about remote repository. So you know about remote repository. So before going on to remote repository, I would like to tell you about bare repository once again. Someone asked me about bare repository. Uh, a bare repository is a repository that you create for someone to use it. Means you have a set of developers or users working on a particular project or particular repository, then you will create a bare repository for him. Okay, so that multiple users can work on it. So remote repositories, I will show you how to add a remote repository. First you need to initialize your git onto a folder. So let's take it test 2. I will delete everything over here and we'll just move on, and if you right click after installation you will see a git bash option coming over here. So now I will just open it up, run git init. It's git init, man. Yeah, so it's initialized empty git repository, right? Okay, so now we'll move on to add a remote repository. So why we are adding a remote repository? Because see, there are repositories in my account. Several repositories are there. So git needs to understand, git need to have an understanding of which repository, onto which repository we are doing some changes. So with that, for that we will get an URL from here, the cloning URL, that is the repository URL. So this is the repository URL onto which we will work. So we just go and add in git remote add origin, and I'll just add up. Oops, I closed it. Okay, so git remote add. Okay, add what? Add, give a name over here, origin. See, this origin is a pointer to my repository in my local. Okay, so it's a name, just a name by which it's created, I think. So this is the folder structure that we have. A head is automatically created. So config as well as created descriptions, heads, and these all are created over here. So this is a pointer that points to head master, the master. So there excludes. Okay, so we'll move on to and add it. So now we will clone our repository. So this is the repository that I have, so I'll just clone it up. Git clone the repository in my local. So I am saying to git, hey man, please clone my repository to my local. So git is cloning my whole repository, that is blog, into my local. So this is how git clones it. Now suppose you want to get some additional changes over here. So just let's assume changes made. I'm writing changes made, so I'm just going over git. I will just add git add. So this is this double dash, I call it as dash, maybe whatever it is. So this double dash will be present over any comment or any line of commands that you execute in git. So this will be always will be there. So git add all, you can have git add all as well as you have git category post.php. So okay, sorry, we need to move on to blog folder. Okay, so I can have git add category post as php, and I can have git add all. I hope you understand the difference. You can now add git status minus -s. Okay, so this is my category php. So thank you folks, we'll see more of it. We'll see how we'll add, edit, changes, add it and add it back to my repository. So thank you for watching.